Welcome all to Chasing Tents. My name is Abhi. Thank you so much for joining me in this lovely, beautiful Croft Circuit. Now the real thing happened. So the team was here in the morning. Jamie Harris is racing with us, Jimmy Work and myself. 3 guys racing in the endurance race tomorrow. Massive noise coming from the back, and I just look and massive fire about this big in the rear caliper. Now, going back to the Cadwell Park, after having those amazing massive wheelies, I come back home and I noticed a bit of a leak from the front left fork. So contacted SW Suspension, Sonny, who is quite famous, or from a lot of racing fraternity know him from British Superbikes and stuff like that. So he's now at the moment in the background sorting he's servicing the front and the rear suspension. Tuck your belly in. Yeah. Welcome guys to race day, Croft round 4 of the No Limits Endurance Championship. Now, weather's fantastic. As you can tell, it's beautiful and sunny. However, I deliberately stood here because I really wanted to show you, look at the state of that. And unfortunately, a helicopter just landed there because I think 2 people might have been airlifted at the moment. So it is very bad. 3 guys crashed together, and but the winds are just next level. And because I really wanted to show you how it's not flat, but it's very open. And oh my God, I'm struggling to stand still. It is really, oh my God. Oh, all right. It is super windy. I'm going to go in the corner there. So what I wanted to show you is Croft as a circuit is absolutely massive. So you've got part of the paddock there, which is caravans, motorhomes and stuff like that, smaller ones. Then you've got the main pits there. But loads of people love to camp here as well. And there's a bit of a tarmac area. And you know what? I can't believe this track isn't mainstream, because not only is fantastic, the circuit layout is probably one of the most challenging, especially if you're testing a bike. It's really, really good here to come here. You know, just like, I think it's like a daddy of Mallory Park. Lovely sheep in the background, always love that, bit of countryside. But yeah, the state of that looks like it's a very windy area in general, because that is ripped to shreds. I don't know what you call it. You see them in airports and stuff like that. It tells you which way the wind is and how strong it is and all sorts. So yeah, so I thought, so that is the entrance of Croft. You come through there, and obviously you got some temporary toilets, a bit of grandstand there. Loads of people can sit on the grass verge there where my finger is. Then you got a huge area, massive area here. And let's show you where a lot of the other people camp and stuff. And this is where, when I drop my bike off at 11 o'clock in the night, and massive thank you to Croft Circuit, and I think it's called TRS Security or something. They've got a very, very good security team who's looking after everything during the night time. So nothing can be stolen. Look at them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 security chaps. Oh, there's ambulances there as well. Though, oh yeah, there's been a big incident, guys, and I don't know much details, but it's not looking good. We got some kids there. I always try to include kids because I had 2-3 kids come over to me. Hello, you all right?
Yes, fine. Is that on? What's that going on?
It's going to be going on YouTube.
Oh, let's go.
Hey?
What's the channel called?
Channel is called Chasing Tents.
Oh, let's go. We're on YouTube, bro.
Oh, flipping. You guys are quick.
You want to see my wheelie?
Oh, you can do a wheelie? Yes. Oh, there you go.
Oh, mine.
Oh, you can do a wheelie too. There you go. Oh, nearly. All right, kids are excited. Kids always ask straight away, what's your channel? And the thing is, chasing is easy, but tenths is difficult to explain to kids what's tenths. But I don't really get their phone and ask them to, press subscribe and stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that. Anyways, so we got some lovely lorries here. This is Ash. Massive thank you to him, because at 11 p.m. when I came here, I just parked my trailer here, and he looked after it for me, and I came the next morning. You already seen the guest house I stayed in yesterday. So rather than giving you the story while me sitting in the grass like last time, I thought we'll walk around the paddock. I'll keep talking and make sure this is recording my voice nicely, because it's so windy. And it's called Chasing Tenths. Oh my goodness, kids are always keen. Anyways, so it was so funny. Yesterday, as the caliper was on fire, things were not looking very good. Then I went out without the brake pads in the rear, and it was fantastic. I did a 1 minute 34.5. I was really, I can proudly tell you lap times now, live lap times, which I don't do on track days, because I try to not talk about lap times on track days too much, because it's frowned upon. But on race day, of course, and test day. So test day, 134.5. I was okay with that, because I was stuck on a 1 minute 39. I only had 3 sessions because the rear caliper was on fire. Next day, but before the day, we stayed here, and massive thank you to the Pirelli guys. So you know what, this is great timing for that. Massive thank you to the Pirelli guys. James from Pirelli, who is the main tire person here, and also SW Suspension, Sunny, stayed here till 2:20 a.m. in the morning, completely refurbed my suspension, rear and front, put a harder spring. So he told me something quite interesting. So he said, I've got a FGR front suspension. So front springs, he said Josh Brooks runs 11 in British Superbikes, and he's going to put 10.5 on mine, because I brake really hard. Even on the 10.5, in qualifying, I was all the way to the bottom. I was bottoming out. So he had to strengthen it even more today, or tighten it, or rebound, or whatever you call it, preload. I'm not very good with these things, honestly. Suspension is my Achilles heel. So we stayed till late in this place. It was dark, it was windy as hell, but we got it sorted in the end. And a massive thank you to these guys for accommodating me last night. And then I went back to the guest house, and that's it. Okay, let's show you this side of Croft. So this is the main, that's the main paddock area there with bricked garages. Those are the marquees where we are in. I'll show you that in a minute, but let's show you this agricultural side here. Stayed here till the night, and I was very skeptical, because in the morning my whole team had done scrutineering already. By the way, guys, that's another side where people camp as well, on the grass verge. And this is, I think, I don't know, it's called Croft Engineering. So it's got some farm equipment here and stuff like that. So I don't know what happened inside, but I saw some tractors, John Deere tractor. Massive fan of John Deere. I think they have a big, they do a lot in India as well, with Mahindra and all sorts. Anyway, so going back to last night's shenanigans. So huge thank you to Sunny, stayed till late, sorted it out. I was pre-booked, by the way. 3 days ago, I pre-booked him to do the suspension tonight. It wasn't a last minute thing. And after the huge wheelies at Cadwell Park 3 days ago, the front suspension started leaking slightly. And I don't think it was because of the wheelies. I just hadn't serviced them for 2 years. So anyhow, once I was finished, I was a bit wary. Kids are always smiling. This is the best thing about kids, No, they don't judge anyone. They just smile and, wave and stuff like that. Okay, let's get back to the point. So, in the morning I was really, really stressed out. I got about 3.5 hours of sleep, and good deep sleep, honestly. That guest house is on the main road, but still I got some really good sleep. And came here really stressed out in the morning, thinking, I hope I pass scrutineering. I hope my mate Gogo turns up with the replacement rear caliper. He came in the morning, sorted my caliper out. Massive, massive thank you to my whole team and Dave Gregory, who is our mentor. He's a two-time No Limits Endurance champion, and he mentors us, our team, during a race sometimes, which is a massive, massive thing. By the way, massive shout out to this gentleman. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the picture. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, let me throw a big shout out to him. He is fantastic. He walks around the paddock. He came to us at Donington, took our autographs, mine and the rest of the team. And today he printed all those pictures and actually gave it to us. Let me show you a little clip I did earlier. Massive thank you to this gentleman. He actually took a picture of me, printed it out, put it in a card, wrote a lovely message and brought it to me. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Wow, that was, what a lovely gent he is. You know, it's just amazing. Who prints out a picture, makes a card and stuff, which is lovely. Okay, so sorted the caliper out in the morning, went for scrutineering. The old retro Dainese suit, which you saw me at Cadwell 3 days ago, was a bit tatty. So thank you to my mate Go again. He brought his airbag RST suit, passed scrutineering with no issues at all. And then qualifying was absolutely brilliant. You know, I'm sorry guys, I haven't put any cameras on the bike. They want my camera to be inside the fairing, and that's I haven't had time to do that. It's hard work. I don't know how to drill the fairing and get it sorted, so not done that yet. So yeah, these are the marquees where we are based. Okay, I'll show you our garage. So yeah, qualifying went really well. I'll tell you the qualifying report in a sec once I get in. Okay, we've shut our thingy here. So this is our team. There we go. That's our third rider. That's Jimmy Work, and that's his beautiful tattooed bike, because he has a tattoo business. And that is my bike. From this side is a little bit battered and bruised from the Donington crash on the test day. And that is superb bike of Jamie Harris, sponsored by Deutsche Tech. If you got a German car, they are the ones. And these are the hoodies we have. My name, Chasing Tens. That's Jimmy's business, and that Davewood Racing. Brilliant, some people who are supporting us. Here's an injured man. Here's not an injured man. And here's a very good helper who's been helping us big time. All right, let's talk about something else. Okay, so qualifying report. Let me show you all the pit boards here. Qualifying went really, really well. I think I did a 1 minute 33.2 or 32.2. I think it was a 32.2. I don't, you know, something like that. But you know, 2 seconds quicker than yesterday. Okay, these are the bricked pits, but I don't want to show you from the front. I want to show you from the back, because I want to show you all these fantastic motorhomes, and maybe let's have a look at the bikes as well. You know, and I don't want to go in the pits and stick cameras in people's faces today, because 2 or 3 people have been airlifted to hospital, and moods might be somber, and I need to be respectful of that. Okay, big shout out to RRPS and FWR and Mupa Suspension. I think Dave Croft does that. So big shout out to these people. I always like to give shout outs to people, you know. It's always nice. It's always wonderful. Okay, so these are 2 wheel developments. This is a dyno on wheels. You know, nice of them to come here and they can test stuff. Okay, let's go to this lovely old building, which is a bit of a grand design stuff I said in the last video as well. Old building mixed with a bit of a new touch. Quite nice. You would think this is all double glazed, but it's actually wood. Okay, so yeah, I mean, these are the people who do all the timing for us. So we have lap timers on the bike, like given by them, or we can buy them as well, or we can rent them, and they do all the lap timing and commentary as well. So you can listen to all these live commentary and everything on www.tsl-timing.com. So when we post something on social media and say the race is coming, even if you're at work, you can actually put that on. You can listen to the commentary. You can, there are videos, but not live videos, and you can see everyone's lap times and stuff. So no one can hide anywhere. So yeah, qualifying went well. I have honestly, as soon as the qualifying happened, a race happened and it was red flagged and someone got airlifted. So honestly, we do not, at the moment, I don't know where we stand, But personally, I was really happy with the 1 minute 32 or something. That was really, really okay for a windy day. I mean, if it wasn't windy, I would say I would have got another 1.5 in me. But yeah, so this is that part of the pit where you see a few more motorhomes and stuff. So, and you know what, moods have changed. Honestly, guys, let me show you my face for that. When the bike is good and there are no issues, and I was, like I said last time, I was really well organized for this race, really well organized. Except the GoPro in the fairing, I did everything else. However, that caliper being on fire, just, I have no idea how that happened. I never use my rear brakes unless it's Donington back straight, you know, to keep the bike down slightly. But no idea. But anyhow, and there's some people having some, look, you do get spectators. There's some spectators on the grandstands, and then there's some spectators chilling out there. So these people buy tickets. I think there are £15 tickets, and they buy tickets. Shall we? And let me show you this. So there are 3 Porsches here, which are the official safety car for Croft Circuit. Okay, 3 Porsches. You've got loads of medical cars and stuff like that. You got no limits van. You got no limits motorcycles. You got no limits mopeds. Then you got no limits own safety car. Oh, look at that. Oh no, that's the second one. No, maybe it's that one again. Wow, that helicopter's been there a long time. Honestly, guys, we were with no limits or with racing, there's races every 15, 20, half an hour. They are on a schedule. They are on a very tight schedule. We've had nothing for an hour, hour and a half, probably because of this incident. And it's such a sorry state. You know, I really feel sad for people who've crashed. But that's why I'm not going in the pits, because I don't want to go in a garage where those people were who've crashed or their friends. It just doesn't look nice. All right, okay, so shall we go to the spectator side? They're too far away from me. I don't expect a massive response from them. But yeah, they'll wave. They're all waving. We can focus on them. There you go. All right, that's always nice. Look at that, Marshall on a wheelchair. How committed is that? That is, I've seen female marshals, I've seen male marshals, I've seen marshals on wheelchair, committed people. Marshals of all shapes and sizes as well, actually. And you know what, funny thing is, yesterday, these doors, these are the toilets and the showers, and all the doors were open, so you couldn't see which is male or female. And I was in a hurry. I went into the toilet and there was a female marshal washing her hands, and she just started laughing, and that was quite funny. Okay, let's go to the other side of this. I showed you this side yesterday. We talked about it as well. Union Jack, always nice to see Union Jack. Actually, I also want to give a quick shout out to Bikers World. John Coughlin, my main Aprilia guy who does all my deep Aprilia work. I'll put a video in. I'll put it in a video. I met him about half an hour ago. So yeah, he gave me some advice on why my rear caliper could have caught fire. He just thought the pads were just binding for no reason whatsoever. It just, you know, some things happen because I've just got bad luck. So that's how it is. Okay, some nice motorhomes there, but let's go there. Let's give a big shout out to James from Pirelli.
Hey mate, you okay?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, fantastic. So James, he's the main Pirelli person, Pirelli Metzeler, I should always say, and he's the one who let me in. And I was there till nearly 3 in the morning, 2:30 I should say. I parked there, that's my Audi A6 parked there, away from everyone. I had a few bits in there, I wanted it to be visible all the time. Some tools and stuff. I'm not saying I don't trust these people, but they are all nice people, but you just, I'm a bit paranoid. Look at this lovely Barbie tent style. Look how, as far as your eye can see, is this track. How is this track? I mean, I know it's in the kind of northeast of the country, quite far away from, shall I say, the wealthy south? You know, I work in a bank, and, you know, the bank reserves are full of, you know, people from South and London and Kent and all that. You know, that's one of the things I learned about when I joined banking in 2007. You know, they said most of the deposits and reserves are from the south, which was intriguing. So yeah, guys, I hope you're not bored of me talking like this, but I hope you got a great picture of what's happened from yesterday, bit of today, bit of last night, late last night. But honestly, the suspension feels amazing. Bike was great. Let's hope. In terms of the tire choice, last minute I decided to go with I was going to go for SC2, but this SC3 has been really well for me lately. Unfortunately, I didn't pre-book before, so if you do race, pre-book your tires, guys. Don't be like me. I did have a spare SC3, but that was part worn. But because I really wanted to put some laps in, they recommended SC1, and I've used SC1 in Harret once, and that was pretty good. So I used SC1 and got a good lap time out of it, and I've got a race to do with that as well. So that was a tire choice. SC1 Pirelli in the front, which is already used. It's done Donington, it's done half a Cadwell, and it's done this qualifying here and test day yesterday. So still a bit of life left on it. You spend a lot of time on lean here. In terms of the circuit layout and everything, it is just superb. Absolutely amazing circuit. If you get a chance, guys, do come here. It is so punishing on your arms and wrists. And like, you know, when I say arms and wrists, what I mean by is you really have to use your upper and lower body to change directions real quick with this track. And it is really rewarding when everything comes together. So yeah, I showed you these burger people yesterday. Let's go back to my marquees, and I'm going to show you some of the track with a bit of music. It started to rain. Unbelievable, look at that. That was the weather 15 minutes ago. And that is what's happened. Hopefully it's just a drizzle. Bit of a panic. Everyone's running around. Marshals are starting to come out. Yeah, but slight rain, not too much. Hopefully it should be alright. Smokers of the team. everything is all right. I think I'm still bottoming out big time. That's at the bottom again. So we did do the 2 round job or 2 click job, not 2 click at the back, but 2 round thing. I don't know what you call it, preload. As I told you before, I'm not very good with preload. So I'm gonna push it up again and see what happens. I had a session, Jamie did the first session, unfortunately crashed, but he crashed, but he was able to recover the bike and get the transponder, so we didn't lose a lot of time. Then I went out, I don't know how, I did a 1 minute 32. Even this team with the R6, ignore the revving of someone's revving their bike big time. Don't know what's happened. Even these guys, they've come third in the last 3 races, except one. They came third in the 2 races, and even they are a bit skeptical on this circuit because so many teams are local teams. So many locals have come to race. It's unbelievably competitive, and the winds are the problem because you've got a lovely tailwind on the straight, so you get a lovely tailwind, and then you've got headwind there going back, and then unfortunately as you do some really quick right left hand changes, the wind really kicks you out. I went onto the grass twice and I wasn't very pleased, but I think I did about 45 minutes or 40 minutes session, and my triceps were really hurting me, and I just came in. I shouldn't have come in. I should have swallowed the pill and carried on, but it is what it is. I did 52 minutes at Donington with a red flag as well, so let's see what happens. We're running 26th out of 30th. You know, we started 27, so it's extremely competitive. These guys who come third normally are running 22nd. So yeah, these are the R6 boys in the doghouse team. Really nice chaps, lovely chaps. Yeah, very, very competitive today. A bit sad, honestly, but what can you do? I'll keep you guys. I think there's about 45 minutes left, so yeah, I'm not recording much because I'm really putting my head down today, because it is very, very tricky, very tricky. I just hope those clouds don't shower us with their blessing. Don't need that at all. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay, welcome back guys. Race has come to an end. Long race with some red flags and safety cars and stuff like that. Anyhow, let's show you the bikes in Parc Fermé. So these are our British Army bikes, and these are all the marquees and the endurance teams. Some of them are doing the Ducati championship. These guys won best in class with their Triumph. These are our bikes. That's my bike at the back. Oh, here we go. Presentation has started, so let's go there first and we'll tell you the race results and everything later on.
Okay, if we can have a little bit of hush please, we'll get through this presentation for this evening. Okay, first off, the usual. We've only got two dressed in orange. If we can give a round of applause to all the marshals, please. They did a great job. Well done. We had the one safety car. The behaviour on the safety car was impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. The timekeeper came in, he went, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong. So, well done to you all, you did really brilliant there, well done. Okay, moving on then, let's do some presentations. We'll do the Club 600 reverse order in third place. And there were also the top all novice team in the Doghouse Racing. Second place goes to HEC Racing. And the winners, Titan Racing. Well done, my man, well done. In third place in the Club 1000, JSC Racing. Second place goes to DWM. And the winners are in Team 1. National 600. In third place goes to Datasys Racing. Second place goes to Guardian Racing, and the winners, that's a popular one, winners are Moto 46. Okay, and last but not least, the National 1000. And these three were the top three over the line as well. And there was quite close between the top two, it went backwards and forwards. So reverse order. Holy crap, did you stay on? Did you? ADSS 97. Oh, don't break it already. Okay, everybody, now due to joyous planning conditions at Croft, no one has to get up early, so all have a nice lie in, and we'll see you tomorrow, late morning for a 12 o'clock start. Have a good one, thank you.
Okay guys, that was the presentation. I was quietly hoping that we might get the all novice trophy again, just like Silverstone, but there was a team, I think they called the doghouse racing. Not only they got third position in their class, but they also got that all novice trophy, which is well deserved because they were really good. Our race unfortunately was a tale of damage limitation, or you know, just protecting. Hello Emma. That's Emma from Army Racing Team. Unfortunately, she had a massive crash at the Craner Corners at Donington last time. So a lovely lady, fantastic racer, and you know, she's very polite. Anyways, so yeah, as you can tell from my face, we unfortunately on the first outing of Jamie, which right at the end of his session, he had a crash after the safety car. So he somehow actually came by himself back in. So we then changed the transponder. I went out for about 35 minutes, I think. And my goodness, what a physically demanding circuit this is. I mean, I did 52 minutes at Donington, full tank, 52-minute session with a red flag in the middle. So I had a bit of a break, came back in the pits, stood for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we went again. But that was 52 minutes altogether. Here is so physically demanding, and this wind is just relentless. Even now, I don't know if you can see these trees, just absolutely relentless. Honestly, at one point, I was doing a wheelie coming out of the corner, and my bike, the front just went that way. Just really odd, never felt something like this. Anyhow, we finished out of 10th in our class, we finished 8th. We were not, even though we had a crash in the first session, we were not lapped down or anything like that. We made up our time, you know. So Jamie came back, sorted his bike out. He was in the gravel quite deep, and yeah, we were not lapped down or something like that. We were just 8th in class, and then overall 25th out of 30. Very competitive field. Very competitive field, you know. And one thing we didn't have this time was a lot of British Superbike riders and British Superstock riders. I think some of them are at the Isle of Man TT. Today was Peter Hickman's win in the seniors, so he did pretty well. So we did not have many British Superbike riders this time, but we had some absolute pedigree club racers here who are probably from North, and I can tell because of the accents, and they are quick. So much respect to them. They are local. So much respect. Is unbelievable, because this is an absolute gem of a track. I think if someone needs to set up their bike and, you know, really really need to know how physical these things can be and stuff, they need to come to this track. Honestly, it is just absolutely sublime. Yeah, a little bit disappointing because it's been an expensive weekend. It's been a lot of hard work. I'm knackered. I can't even hold my gimbal, my hands, and I did the last session, which was 30 odd minutes, and I was just giving it everything. I think the best lap time was 1 minute. I couldn't, by the time I came back, they switched the iPad off, so I couldn't see what was the official lap time, but on my dash it said 1 minute 31.7. I don't know what to say about that, 1 minute 31.7, if it's good or bad. But the guys who won the 600cc podium, they did a 1 minute 31 and a 30. So, but I think consistency wasn't there, because I was consistently doing 1 minute 33s and 34s and 32s as well, a few, but only one lap of 1 minute 31. So yeah, you know, reality check when you come to tracks like this, fitness wise, performance wise, and also sometimes you can really get some decent club racers come in and really kick your ass. But like I said to you before, it's been a game of damage limitation, especially after the crash. I don't think many teams can say they had a crash, they were in the gravel, they somehow picked the bike up, came back in, changed the transponder, but were not, still after my session, we were not a lap down. We maintained our position, but anyhow, it is what it is. We started 27th out of 30th, and I did a 1 minute 32 in qualifying, and I thought we would be in midfield, but my goodness me, we were, I think we started 7th in class out of 12 or 10th I think, and 12 was last race, and yeah, and then it was just, you know, relentless. This track is just unbelievable. I think as you can probably tell from my face and stuff, I'm a bit gobsmacked that this track, northeast of England, is what a gem of a circuit this is. But you know what the best thing is? We've come to north, even though it's been windy, but it's been dry. I'd rather it be windy and dry than wet and windy. So anyhow, guys, we will catch another time, another race weekend. That next will be Anglesey Coastal. I wish it was Anglesey, the full GP circuit, but it will be Anglesey Coastal. It was all about damage limitation today, but it was pretty good. The best thing is suspension felt fantastic. Massive thank you to SW Suspension. Massive thank you to Pirelli. The SC1 in the back, my goodness, it was punished, and it was, I don't think I can do another race on that one. It was just gone. One 35-minute session, one 30-minute session, and the SC1 is finished. And I think I did qualifying on that one as well. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't show you a lot of track footage because, you know, with GoPros, number one, I don't see many people with GoPros on here. And also number two, I really need to make a hole in my fairing and put the GoPro in. I'll probably do that for the next circuit. But honestly, so much happened this weekend with the bike on fire, suspension issues, being here till 2:30 in the morning. I didn't even feel like vlogging or making anything, you know, and sometimes it's just heart-wrenching when you come in fully prepared and just, you know, rear caliper on fire. Who has that? You know, it's just, I was really, really upset, you know, earlier. But anyhow, guys, take care. Goodbye. Look after yourself.
Yeah.